The opening scene starts with a court case where the prosecutor and Jacket's public defender are talking about the evidence that the police have gathered, and turns out that there was no official recording from Jacket's answering machine because they found it empty, but they did trace the calls to a Russian truck stop where it was found out that it was gang affiliated, but that was really all. And Evan is sitting in the background taking notes as the court case goes on. After the court case, Evan leaves and goes to call Detective Pardo for a favor on some more evidence for his book, which Pardo is clearly annoyed by this, considering it's putting his job on the line. But it's a favor. Pardo gave Evan the address to a Russian mafia hideout to talk to Petrov to see if he could get any answers. And when he is told that he's not allowed in, VIPs only, he gets angry and he beats the guard to death. In pure shock, and when he starts freaking out, he tries to save the guy, but he ends up bleeding on the spot. After breaking and entering and also taking out guys non-lethally, Evan asks Petrov for answers, and Petrov gladly obliges, but he says after he gets these 2 questions, he will get the fuck out. One of the questions that Evan asks is if these were a vigilante group, which Petrov says no, they were too organized to be a vigilante group. They know where to hit us at, and they knew where all of our hideouts and drug operations were. And none of the vigilantes talked at all. They couldn't get a single word out of them. And then Evan leaves the place. Later on at the bar, Evan tells Pardo that he nearly got beaten up just trying to get in there and get information. Pardo, actually shocked, didn't think Evan would actually go there, and telling Evan that he should be working on the Miami Mutilator case because it's more sophisticated, and by the time his book comes out, no one's going to remember the mass maniac killings. But Evan still pushes Pardo, saying, "I need another favor." And Pardo says, "Okay, fine. I'm putting my job on the line, though." After getting no evidence from the evidence room, that's the last favor Pardo does for him, and he gets on the subway to go to Richter's house, and the entity Richter shows up, and his wife guilt trips him, saying we don't have enough money for rent. Stop giving money out to random people. He needs to take care of the kids and get a real job and stop working on the book. And Evan just says, "I need more time." And Richard's saying he needs to reconcile with his priorities and get his life straight. And then it cuts back to the homeless man, him saying, I don't want your stinking money." Evan gets to Richter's house and starts talking to his mother about her son, Richter. And she says it's kind of a shock that he would ever do this because he is a sweet person, and she knows that. And the police said to her he may have been forced into it. And after talking with Rose, he goes down to Richter's bedroom and gets some evidence and leaves. And when he's at his house, and he got off the phone with Richter after Richter told him everything he knew after he escaped prison and to buy his mother a ticket for Hawaii, Evan gets some mail from his wife saying she misses him, the kids miss him, and she wants to reconcile with him, and he goes to the phone and calls her. And in his last moments, he has breakfast with his wife and kids, and he enjoys their company while it lasts. And then there's a bright flash.